Honestly, I don't even really know what to title this podcast. I mean, we got me here. We've got a conspiracy theorist right there. And then we've got Mike over here, the sound guy for the church, who refuses to put on the headphones and to speak into the microphone. What are you doing? Welcome to the Grit Podcast.
Welcome to the Grit Podcast, the podcast that motivates and encourages you to become the real man you're destined to be. Broadcasting live in the rugged Northwest, just east of the trailblazing city of Portland. So let's get locked and loaded, because it's time to get gritty with it. Here's your host and lead grit man, Jamie Worley.
I have literally been doing this longer than you've been alive.
Okay? I'm not doubting that. I'm not doubting. I'm just saying.
How many podcasts, Mike? Mike, speak into the microphone.
He's like, I'm not. You're not walking me into this one.
You're not walking me into this. I'm not as dumb as you look.
If you want that to be recorded, you've got to speak into the mic. We can't hear you. Okay, so
I'm not giving it to you.
So Mike, so what Mike has done. What's that? I can't hear you. Speak into the microphone. What? He says no.
Nope, not doing it.
So what Mike has done, we'll expose Mike while he's here.
There you go.
In a very legal way.
Oh.
Legal is always good. So Josh and I have scheduled this podcast for today, and Mike decides to bring a bunch of workers over there. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, my son of a bitch. Right here behind me. And of all the days that Mike could schedule this, he scheduled it. Yes, that's Mike. All the days, he schedules it at the exact hour that we're podcasting. What do you think about this guy? I don't know what to make of him. I'll just be honest with you.
You didn't tell him that you were doing this today.
I had no idea you were doing this.
I'm sure he had no idea you were doing this.
You know, it's funny. What's really funny is I hear him talking, but he can't defend himself because he refuses to put on the headphones. And he will not speak into the mic, will you? What? I'm sorry, what?
It's like, I'm not playing your petty little games.
So there's a left, a big L, and a big R marked on the inside of these. And I was trying to, hey, look at this closely. Read this. You can see. And I tried to slip him on his head. Didn't work.
He ain't going to play.
Did you see that coming?
Yes.
Come inside. Shut the door. Sit down here. Pick up the headphones. Put them on.
Well, Mike, you don't have to put the headphones on, but at least let us hear you on the microphone. Look, this no guarantees. It's probably not going to make it on the episode, but at least I'm getting to be able to test the. You don't believe me?
He's like,
I'm a pastor, for crying out loud. Trust me, Mike. How long you don't trust a pastor? The answer is no. Look at his face.
I didn't say yes or no. Just not going to answer.
No, the problem is I've been the pastor around here too long. He knows he can't trust me. Would I do that to you?
Yes.
Especially you. Isn't there a picture of somebody that's up on an advertisement? I don't think she knew it was coming either.
What are you talking about?
Oh, there was a lady. I think her name's Chris. She's on that Saturday picture you have for her.
Oh, Chris Wilson.
There you go.
What about her?
Did you have her standing in front of some green screen?
Wait, are you alleged? Are you? Looks like both of you are alleging I may have taken that photograph without her knowledge and putting it on this huge screen in the sanctuary without her knowledge.
She knew there was a picture being taken, but I believe that she may not have believed that you were going to use it for that advertisement.
So let's move on. You're 100% correct.
That's a guess.
I have to admit that.
Yeah. It is what it is. We all make mistakes. So do I.
Yeah, you make a lot of mistakes.
I was full of it just a little while ago. I learned.
I
thought I had a truthful story, and I was way out of line.
Well, we all know what your truth. Yeah, we all know. We all know what your truthful stories go to. Yeah.
Here it is.
Where's Mike's?
Mike's like, no. And this is why Mike did not want in on this one.
You know what? Smart move by Mike, because he has no idea where we're headed with these bad boys. Nope.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Well, honestly, I don't even really know what to title this podcast. I mean, we got me here. We've got a conspiracy theorist right there. And then we've got Mike over here, the sound guy for the church, who refuses to put on the headphones and to speak into the microphone. What are you doing?
He says, don't look at me like I'm foolish. I know better than to trust you.
What do we do with this guy? I mean, like, I will say I'm just glad he's here.
Yeah.
Mike is a cool guy.
Good people.
I don't know what to. All right, so I mean, we're recording. We have been for a while, and I really don't have a title for this one. I just don't. Maybe we can call it "The Day Mike Crashed the Podcast Schedule." I think that's pretty good.
Be a day. There'll always be another
He did.
day. Been funny.
So here's what I was hoping to do. See this?
Message in a bottle.
It's a message in a bottle. Inside this bottle is a question. I don't know what it says. I don't know what the question is, but I'm going to read it, and that's going to be our topic. Sound good?
Sure. I
have no idea what's on it.
Oh, this is going to be good. I can't.
Oh, I was hoping to make it a pop sound. Let's do it again. See. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, well.
Oh, you
Screwed that up. I know. What is the question? Question of the day. The message in the bottle says this. We are not talking about this. We are not talking about this. Oh my God. We can't. We can. Do you know why we can talk about this?
Why is that?
I'm going to really put the lid on this. Oh,
Not today.
no.
Not today.
I wish there was something else in this bottle. The question is, crap. I don't like politics or religion on this thing, but that is a straight up political question.
Oh boy.
I know this is not right down your alley, is it? It is not.
That's just unfair.
Okay. So the question is, I don't know why. Is Joe Biden?
Oh, good Lord.
See that alone.
There's
that alone.
Is he competent? Is he?
Yes,
Is he the real person? Is it somebody else? Body double? Is it? What could go? Come on. You got a million. Hang on here. Hang on.
Pick it.
How many things about him do you want me to mention at this point? That could be.
I haven't
or
even
could
got
not be, but it would be phenomenal.
I haven't even got to the question yet.
Hey,
and you're already with the tinfoil hat on.
is Joe Biden what? Please throw. I'm just waiting. Go. Let's hear the rest. You can't even get it out. Come on. Here it is again.
I don't know if
Performance anxiety.
Okay. No. I don't know if it's if I'm laughing so hard because it's so absurd,
or how I'm going to
or if I don't know if it's true or not. Like, I don't know how to feel about this.
All right.
Michael have an answer. We'll see. The question is Joe Biden the real Joe Biden, or is it an imposter with a mask? That's the question of today's topic. Now, I will say this. I don't know if these videos are doctored. I don't know. Why not?
Put it on. You better just
Why
put it
not?
on.
Let's just get on with this.
The question warrants a tinfoil hat.
It warrants a tinfoil hat. But I've seen videos where it appears as though there's a mask popping up on his neck. Or what, are those doctored? What do you think? I mean, like, is it the real one? I mean, not that you know, but what is your opinion? Is it more likely? Because my brother-in-law tells me, and I'm not going to mention Jeff's name on here, but my brother-in-law says he died like back in 2011 or 2018 or something, and that there's an imposter. Is it the real Joe Biden? Josh, the public deserves to know.
I am not the one to tell you that.
Well, what are we going to talk about then?
Well, There's all kinds of
The message
theories.
was in the bottle.
I get your bottle. I understand. But he has enough problems way beyond that we need to worry about other than if it's the real guy or not.
Who's he?
Okay. Today, I just read a little article, and they said, who's the most dangerous person in the world? And they had Xi Jinping,
Okay.
Vladimir Putin.
Who?
Vladimir Putin.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my enunciation. Joe Biden. And then the last one was whoever's controlling Joe Biden. 74% said whoever's controlling Joe Biden is more dangerous than any one of those other people.
Are you kidding me? That was the poll.
Yeah.
Okay, so in your opinion, if that were true, I'm not saying you believe that it's true.
Just saying that was what I heard.
If someone was controlling Joe Biden, in your opinion, hypothetically, who do you think would be at the top of that list?
There have been past presidents, a past president, that made a comment that he would love to run this country from behind the scenes. He could sit in his pajamas and control everything. That is a comment that was made by a past president.
Was that Jimmy Carter?
No.
Ronald Reagan?
Nope.
Donald Trump?
It was Obama.
Who?
Obama.
Oh.
He
did say that.
In an actual news interview.
He did say that.
He did. So.
Have you seen that video of Joe Biden at the counter and he's waiting to say something and Nancy Pelosi comes over the intercom and says, "No, you're not to say anything," or something like that. I can't remember that.
I haven't seen that one.
But he's like, "Okay, Nance, whatever you want me to do," kind of a thing. I don't know if that's doctored or not.
He does that a lot, though. He has a lot of times where other people have to answer for him. Heck, they have to get Secret Service to walk him off the doggone stage anymore.
Yeah, there's I saw one video where he was walking across the White House lawn and he kept walking like he missed the house.
Yes.
It's a big White House, right? He just kept going and we laughed, but it's really sad. I think they're using him. I don't know if he's the real one or not. I don't know about all that, but what I do think is that I don't think he's running the country. Like, somebody asked me the other day, and I try not to get too political, but however,
the message in the bottle said you will today.
The message in the bottle. And I want to know, look, I know who puts the messages in the bottle, and I'm not going to reveal that to you, any of you. Okay. But what was I going to say? I think I was going to say, somebody had asked me, they said, would you put Joe Biden at a counter, the front counter of a Starbucks, and believe that he could run that Starbucks? And I said, absolutely not. And the guy said, yet he's running the country. I mean, is he really running the country? Is he really?
There again.
Is he capable?
He got the votes for it. 81 million of them, supposedly. So
so
let's add.
I'm not saying he didn't, but I'm saying that the math doesn't match up because how many million registered voters are there? 79 million?
Oh no, there's more than that.
Is there?
Oh, for sure.
Okay,
there's 300 and some thousand or 300 and some million people in the United States. Now, a voting age, you have to take a portion of that off, and then you have to.
Yeah.
Then you got to take all the ones that we've brought from the southern border in to add those to the totals. And then you can start to come up with what you're going to get for voting. But if you start adding the numbers up, it just don't come together.
Yeah.
So you take 81 and 74, add them together, you're going to say that's the...
Yeah. I don't know. Have you seen that there's a documentary called 2000 Mules?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
I have.
It's kind of hard to dispute, isn't it? Yet it didn't really gain any traction on the government level, did it?
No.
Nobody
wants to know. Nobody wants to know that there's actually something going on.
Nobody in the public or nobody in
the public.
In the public's eye. The politicians don't want to know.
Some of them, I believe, don't.
Yeah.
I think some of them are trying to get the truth out or try to expose the truth, let's say.
Yeah.
But then I think there's some that really just, if they don't, like, plug your ears, la, 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 don't see it, don't hear it, don't know.
Well,
but then there's the public that does the same thing.
Yeah.
The public that doesn't want to engage.
Well, on a different note, Mike believes in Bigfoot.
Well, sure.
I literally have no idea if Mike believes in Bigfoot.
Oh. Mike believe in Bigfoot? Oh, he doesn't believe in Bigfoot.
I think he shook his head yes. I couldn't hear him because there's no microphone on it.
Oh.
But we can pretty much say anything we want about Mike.
He's not in it
because he
today.
can't defend
He's
himself.
like, I'm not playing the game. I'm not playing your petty little games. I'm not doing it.
He just got to sit over there and listen to us just chop it up. He's a good guy. I really like Mike. I've known Mike. How long have we known each other? Probably.
It's been a long time. I can't remember how long.
It's been a long time. I've been here since 2008, 2009. So that's like 13 years. I've known that guy for 13 years.
Good bit of time.
He looks the same. He looks the exact same as the day I met him. Okay, so that'll bring us to the next question. You didn't really answer that, so which translates you're not a very good guest. So I'll just have to go into something different. One last thing about that. Is Joe Biden, the Joe Biden we see today on the news, is he the original Joe Biden? So yes or no question, Josh.
Well, I don't know the truth.
If you
I've seen pictures of things. Sure, of course you see things that are like, oh, look, he's got a mask on. Oh, look, he's got lower earlobes. His earlobes look different. All these. There's a million things.
Yeah, they're attached, and then they're not attached. What's going on with that? Or they're not attached, then they are. I don't know.
Then they are. It goes both ways. But then you look at his younger pictures, and then you look at some of his pictures now, and you're like, they're pretty close at times. I'm not
saying it's a
know
different
what?
guy.
How
I'm saying
somebody looks-
he don't look anything like he used to.
Okay, I can agree with that. But if you put him behind a screen and put 3 other people behind screens and had them talk and had them perform duties, actions, things, does it matter what the person looks like? Or are we going to treat them by what their actions are?
Yeah.
Okay, so he falls downstairs. Okay, we're going to say he's probably pretty clumsy at this point in his life. Okay, he can't get himself off his own stage. He can't even talk. He can barely control where he goes. He's a hot mess. He's falling apart. And everybody's like, well, he's doing a great job. No, he's falling apart.
He is falling apart. He is falling apart. All right, so let's go deeper into the wormhole.
Okay.
Do you believe in Bigfoot? There's a big hairy animal out there that walking around. Some people say they're shapeshifters. Some people say they're aliens. Is there a Bigfoot out there that's like 7, 8, 9, 10, I've heard 14 feet tall, walking around the woods? And I've heard that they're aliens, but I don't know. What do you think? And I'll tell you why I don't believe in Bigfoot after I hear your answer. You might, if you're out there and you believe in Bigfoot, more power to you. Okay. I got one of these for you. Okay. But that's okay. But I'm going to tell you why it can't be. It can't be. And I'm going to tell you why. But first, I want to hear what you think.
All right.
What do you think?
He's the hide and seek world champ.
Oh, good grief. That's a t-shirt.
It is. I thought it was a pretty good one. My son, we've spent a bit of time in the woods.
Yeah.
And
I bet you do.
I live a long ways out there. None of that. But we were driving out in the middle of the woods, and my son's like, Dad, I think I saw one over there. And I'm like, you're full of it. And he's like, no, this is what it was. And then I'm like, yeah, did he have a backpack on? And go through, I go through a bunch of stuff harassing him. And no, Dad, that's not what it was. And I'm like, hey, who knows? If you think you've seen it, great. There's a whole bunch of people out there go, I got cast footprints. Sure. I don't know. If I don't see something or have somebody that legitimately can show me something that's like factual on things, sure. There's a lot of people that cover the woods a lot of times.
Yeah.
Hunting, fishing, all over the place, doing things out there a lot.
Yeah.
And I know this will lend to your thought process a bit. But, I mean, who's to say? I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't seen one.
Do you believe in love?
Do I believe in love? Yes.
Yeah. Show me an ounce of it. Can you put some love in your hand? Yeah.
Bring my wife in here. I'll show you some
Hey,
love.
this ain't that kind of show, man. This ain't that kind of show. She would not approve of that comment. I didn't tell him to say that. It was not in the script. There is no script. He did this all on his own.
You would see. I love my wife.
I'm just asking you. I'm not saying I want to see anything.
Never seen it. No.
Yeah.
So, but people believe it's there.
That's true.
People believe there's love.
Yeah.
They can't see it.
Correct.
So, I can believe there's Bigfoot. Ain't nobody ever seen it.
That's true.
But you can't prove him wrong.
I can prove you wrong.
Yeah?
Mike, do you believe in Bigfoot? What do you think?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You're just saying that. I can tell by the look. Look, I've known you long enough. You don't want to say no. You don't want to say yes. Come on, just be honest. You believe in Bigfoot.
Being honest, I don't believe in Bigfoot.
You don't believe in Bigfoot. Okay. And Josh he's very political, obviously, because he avoids every question. He didn't answer the first question, Mike. He didn't answer the first question we gave him.
Whether or not it's a real Biden?
Yeah, is it the real Joe Biden or not? Come on, stand
There's a
somewhere.
guy standing up there, and he's up there. Whether or not he's actually doing, I can't say if it's a real guy. I don't think they're doing a DNA test. They wouldn't let me close enough to get a DNA test from him.
All right. So you guys do realize I'm not answering any of the questions.
I know that.
I'm just expecting you to.
I know that.
All right. So nobody asked me the question. I'm just giving you the question.
Yeah,
You're the guest.
I'm taking the
pressure
question.
on me.
I will. I can't get a DNA test, so I can't confirm nor deny that situation.
All right. Here's another one, Josh. What is a woman? All right. We're gonna actually stay away from that because
it's a genetic thing.
I'm not a biologist. How would I know? I'm not a biologist.
I know a couple of them. But
all right. So I'm going to tell you why I don't think Bigfoot could possibly exist. Now, I don't have any proof other than rednecks. Rednecks are the reason why, Mike, Josh, that Bigfoots cannot exist. I grew up in Georgia. Okay, I've got two uncles who are 6'6", 6'7", 6'5". These are big, hairy men. In any sighting of Bigfoot there may have been, you probably saw those guys walking around inebriated. That's probably what you saw. But you didn't see a Bigfoot, and I'll tell you why. Because growing up in Georgia, everybody had a 12-gauge in the back window of their truck. Everyone. Little church ladies, 12-gauge, and they spit tobacco and chew. I've seen rednecks kill things that they didn't have a license for or a ticket for. They strap it to the hood of the car, and they drive it 3 miles an hour through the middle of town, so you know what they killed. And here, what?
I'm ready.
What?
I got something. I got a question.
I'm not done.
Oh, well, hurry up then.
What was your question?
How many school shootings did you guys have when that was going on?
0. Did you make your point? We all done now?
Who's running this country?
Who's running this podcast? What you've been? I'm kidding. Yeah. I got noted. If there was a Bigfoot, and there's thousands of sightings in Georgia, are you telling me that not one redneck thought for a moment to shoot and kill that thing, strap it to the hood of a car, and roll it down in my F-150 down through town in front of the little general store? If there was a Bigfoot, it would have already been strapped to the hood of some redneck's truck and paraded through town. It would have. There's no way. There's no way deer survive. Okay, you're talking about a 7, 8, 9 foot thing that's covered in hair. There's no way. A redneck at some point in American history would have shot it, strapped it to the hood, and drove it through town. That's why I don't believe it, because I don't know Bigfoots, but I know you rednecks. That's why I don't believe in Bigfoot. There's my evidence.
Okay.
Circumstantial.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's all I got there.
Fair for the people in Georgia. Maybe they're just all drunk.
You got to
like
go to
you
Georgia.
Said. They couldn't hit nothing.
I don't know.
But they could hit deer because there was 10 of them standing together, and they got one of them.
The moonshine is heavy out there.
Oh, yes.
I've heard. Yeah,
I've heard.
I've heard. No.
I haven't experienced that area. Sorry, I can't.
What do you think, Mike?
He's like, I'm not playing.
He's just shaking his head. Welcome to the Grit Podcast, Mike. It's hot in here. Why is it so hot in here? Are you guys hot? You hot?
It's warm.
I think it's these lights. Hey, Mike, I think your workers are looking for you, the guys that you brought in to disrupt our podcast.
Son of a...
That's him right there.
That's Mike.
That's the guy. What a loser.
Can't believe
Oh,
you
my
do
God,
that.
man. I am burning up, dude.
I can see this.
Now, I see that you've changed a tire. Go ahead. Go ahead. Give us the answer. Go ahead. What do you think? Was it a master plan, or did we just end up here and it just looks like a master plan?
I don't believe anything in life happens by accident.
Yeah, you don't.
I believe there are things in life that are, to us, look just totally accident. Like, oh, we chose to make it easier for Oregonians, and we're trying to do all these great things for the people. But I think, personally, my opinion, I think that there are people out there that were like, hey, this would be a great opportunity to take a full advantage of something that controls everything. Elections make and break everything.
They do.
They are so important.
Because elections determine decision makers. It is the ultimate power and control over society as a whole, right?
Correct. It makes who's in power. It controls how you live your life, from the constitutional rights we were given in the Second Amendment to all the way to here coming up in Oregon, we're working on tolling everything. Oh, I'm sorry. But the people at the state level, ODOT, are like, listen, it won't raise your monthly costs any more than $100 a month. Hang on a minute. It's going to cost me an extra $100 a month to go and drive somewhere. Well, I don't want to spend $10 extra a month to drive somewhere. I already got to pay enough for fuel.
Right.
Now, me getting somewhere is going to cost me $100 a month. Okay, that's their theory on this.
Yeah.
But what about all the goods that travel through that area? There ain't one semi-truck that's going through there that ain't going to get tolled also.
Correct.
I mean, I don't care if the truck's electric or fuel or gas.
Because it's not about that. They found a way around
fuel.
that.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, they found a way around that. They're initially going to charge you for having a gas-powered vehicle and punish you for not having an electric one. Well, this way, they don't have to discriminate. You know, when they charge you fines or whatnot for a gas-powered vehicle, well, they are not getting paid anymore by those electric vehicles. There's no funding there. So what is a good way to get money out of every vehicle? Tolls, right?
Yeah.
So they've eliminated the idea that they're only going to get some vehicles. Now they're going to charge every vehicle that drives on the roads. That's crazy.
Well, the plan is to take it across the whole entire United States.
That's what I heard.
There's a congresswoman that I had the grace of speaking to, and she was at an event and talking, and she's like, their plan when the Oregon got the money they got for their tolling, 14 other states got the same money.
Wow.
The goal is to test it.
Right.
Oh yeah, let's test it. I don't need it tested. I know it ain't good.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay.
Right.
Oh, why should I pay gas tax? There'll never be enough money.
Yeah.
They'll never have enough money.
All right. Let me switch gears real quick.
Go for it. I'm a squirrel. I can jump
I know
a million
you are.
holes.
I know.
Did you see this? I just changed like 3 different things in less than 2
That's
minutes.
why I love having you here. That's why it's a great podcast. You got to come here more. Okay. So what would you say is the most outlandish, out there conspiracy theory circulating right now? I'm not saying you believe it, but I'm saying there's a conspiracy theory going on right now, and it is just like, oh my gosh, are you serious? True or not? Don't know. But what is maybe the most just ridiculous, crazy conspiracy theory going around right now? It looks like, you've taken the hat off. You want to, yeah, there we go.
This is one of those ones. Do I need it or do I not?
Yeah. Are you picking up a signal?
I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
The most outlandish one.
Yeah, just outlandish.
The most outlandish.
Doesn't mean you believe it.
The most outlandish thing that I can think of right now, a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Is that the people at the Capitol on January 6th actually were trying an insurrection. That is the most outlandish conspiracy theory that I think there is. Yeah. Now the government would say it's a fact. I believe otherwise. I think that's the most outlandish conspiracy theory. There's no way.
Wow, and you say it's outlandish. That seems to be pretty widely accepted by about half the country. That is exactly what was happening that day. Would you agree?
No. I was in the U.S. military. If I wanted to take something, I would get it very easily.
Yeah.
And we would not be talking about just walking into the Capitol and having police officers walk you through everything.
Yeah, they have that on. I've seen that on video.
Yeah.
They didn't even stop them.
They got a guy the shaman gentleman.
Yeah.
He was going in there and trying to take over things. They got a picture of him walking with one of the guards, like talking with him. Hey, okay, going down over this room. Yeah. Kidding me? Really? No, that's not an insurrection. I know none of us were alive during the Revolutionary War, but or any of the Civil Wars or things.
That was an insurrection.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, I also consider Chaz. Remember Chaz up in Seattle? That was an insurrection.
I agree with that. I believe what happened down here in Portland during what was it, 2020?
Yeah, I think it was 2020.
Yeah, when they were not one firebomb or Molotov cocktail, whatever you want to call it, was thrown at the White House or the Capitol during January 6th.
Yeah,
that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay, how many nights? I think we had over 100 nights of that going on at down here in Portland.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's a while.
Let's weigh this out.
So
here.
is Seattle.
Let's go to Seattle. Same thing. They took over an entire area and claimed it as their own. Like, this is ours.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Didn't they take over a police station up there as well?
I think they did. I think they did. That's a whole nother one. That police station, they tried doing something there at the police headquarters the police union down in Portland.
Yeah.
Dude, you kidding me?
What I'm saying is that I think because half the country is Republican, half the country is Democrats, give or take. It's
sure, we can call it split 50-50.
It's pretty close.
Okay. Actually, there's more non-affiliated voters than there are Democrats and Republicans.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Okay. Well, it seems to me that the left thinks that it was clearly an insurrection. The right says, no, it wasn't. It may have been stupid to do, but it wasn't an insurrection. What I'm saying is that when the video evidence, and all the evidence at least I've seen, and I'm a registered independent, so I don't go right or left. Man, I just call it the way I see it. That's why I stand in the middle. I don't care. But it just seems to me, everything I've seen, and I've seen the reports, I've seen the committee hearings and all that, I don't see, when you look at actual evidence and not hypotheses, when you look at actually what happened, like you said, guards are walking through, and by the way, the Capitol Police were not allowed to be interviewed. Why? Well, wait a minute. Well, when you put all of that together, you can't help but to say, wait a minute, this was not that forced.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know how you come to the conclusion that it's an insurrection. I just don't. Not you, but I don't know how people come to that conclusion.
I get it. I understand. People want to say that there's video that's altered or all these other things, that the other conspiracy theorist things that you could say. Put on my tinfoil hat for that one. But I sat down and watched the Alex Jones movie about the January 6th stuff and all the leading up to it. And that guy he's out there a ways on conspiracy theorist things. Some of it okay, you have validity to it. Some of it you're like, no.
Yeah.
But they had footage of him standing at the Capitol on January 6th with his microphone that everybody knows he runs around with all the time, yelling at everybody. go away from the Capitol. Do not go into the Capitol. He's telling everybody, this is not the way to do it. Go back. Trump's meeting on the other side. Go away from it. But yet, all these people walk into this whole thing and they're like, oh no, he helped to do this. No, he didn't. Everybody was saying this was not, it's not what, so to say it's a conspiracy theory, I don't, that is my most outlandish conspiracy theory is those all, and we still have people in jail with no court dates, no nothing. People that are being held against their will for something that none of them really did anything wrong other than be there. They have people that were planted into organizations, FBI agents that were planted into it. They have people that I don't know, I don't know that one guy that he keeps showing up on the news. Everybody keeps going, oh, he was an instigator at the January 6th stuff. And I don't remember his name. It's not that important to me, but it probably should be. But
well, the FBI director, I think it was the FBI director being interviewed, said that there was reports, an actual, what do you call it? Not reports, but an actual report that said that there were many FBI agents undercover, so to speak, in plain clothes at January 6th.
Yeah.
And they refused to confirm or deny that. Well, how many were there? We cannot tell you that. Were there more than 50? We cannot tell you that. Were there more than 100? We cannot tell you that. It's like, well, wait a second. That's not the answer of innocent people. If they were innocent, wouldn't they be able to say, absolutely not, there was not 100, there was not 50, absolutely not? And what would be the harm in saying there were if they actually were? Why is that a threat to say there were 50 FBI agents, let's just say?
Exactly.
Okay, so what?
So what if they were? They were there to protect the people, right?
Why is that bad?
If they're undercover, who cares if there was 100?
Agreed.
Or 10?
But they didn't say that, did they?
No, they don't want you to know.
They don't want you to know because I think they have nefarious purposes there.
That's
motives.
And that's the sad thing is you have no confidence in them.
None.
And that's a sad thing.
We know, you and I both know one FBI guy.
Yeah.
At our Sunday group. He's a great guy.
Oh, yeah.
I can't ever see him rolling like this. He would walk away before he did. I think, as far as what I know from him. I'm not.
There are good people in every organization.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Every organization has good people. But there are people that are doing nefarious things against it.
Yeah.
It's a insurrection from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
It's
to what end though? Why? To what end? Like
that's a hard one. That's a hard one.
Well,
I think everything boils down to money, control, power.
Yep. And who was at the pinnacle of that at the time? Donald Trump.
So would you say that he was part of it then?
I would say that if January 6th was staged, and I don't know if it was or not. Okay, I'm not saying that because I don't know. Like you, I don't know. If it was staged and if it went down like that, it would, in my opinion, it would be the sole purpose to demonize Donald Trump and every follower he has. Because the whole idea in politics is to divide so that you can conquer. They must divide this country into race, class, gender, you name any way that they can divide us or put cracks in our unity. And then what do we have? We have a fractured society. We have a fractured country. A fractured country is easy to control because your controller smaller pockets of people instead of one big united giant. And I think that it was just another way to fracture this country, and they did it successfully.
Oh, yeah. This
country is fractured straight in half.
For sure.
It is. You're either a Trumper or you're not. And that's just where it is right now. And he's not even been in the political picture. But it still all comes down to, are you MAGA or are you normal? Then they demonize the MAGA.
They're scared of him.
Yeah. And Republicans, they demonize the liberals. You know, it goes both ways. But if they can keep us divided, we have no chance. None. Look, the best thing, the worst thing that can come out of a divided country is a civil war. And I don't think either side wants that, because I will tell you right now, and this is coming from a registered independent, if there was a civil war, the Democrats can't win. No, I'm just saying they can't. The only way they would, though, is if they had control of the military.
And they do right now.
And they do. And in that case, I don't know. I hate to think about that. I hope it never comes to that.
But here's another.
But I don't
theory.
I don't think either side wants that. But I think they want to push us to the edge, to the brink of civil war. They don't want a bloodbath in that sense, because I think, it'd have to be the right circumstances for them, whoever them is, whatever side. But all right, go ahead. You're itching. I can see it in your eyes.
No,
go ahead, man.
Some of the stuff you're saying, I got to put this on. I got to make sure I'm protected.
Oh my gosh. Are you picking up my signals? I'm just imagining here. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. You know this, but I'm sitting here going, okay, well, hypothetically, I think that they would want to press us to the point, to the brink of civil war, not to civil war, but to the brink of it, and then come in and save the country. Come in and save us and provide for us. Because here's the deal. When you only have to win half of the crowd, think of a judge and a jury in a trial courtroom. Imagine you only have to convince half of the 12 jurors that somebody's guilty before you win.
True.
That's how this works. That's how elections work. Now, I know it's electoral college. But I'm just saying that look at the country. It's completely divided right now, pretty much down the middle for the most part. They don't have to win any more of us. Maybe they do. I don't know. I'm talking out of my head, rabbit trails.
I can see it. We've gone down a lot. I'm telling you, I'm bad squirrel. I can be all over the place.
I know, right?
But no, I believe you're correct in this fact that no one wants a civil war. No one wants to go to there.
Because governments get overthrown in civil wars.
Someone who is in the military, I was.
Yeah.
I never had to experience hand-to-hand combat, shooting at people, stuff like that. It didn't happen during my time. I was during the Clinton era. He just liked blowing people up.
Yeah.
He dropped bombs everywhere. It was all good. He didn't send nobody in. We're just going to drop a bunch of bombs. We'll take care of it. That's kind of how he rolled. But I do know combat vets.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to be that person. And no, I don't want to have to show you who I can be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things where no one wants to go to that. Nobody wants to go to that nth degree. There's always a way around it. Going and hurting somebody ain't the way to fix things. You got to be able to, we got to be at times agree to disagree. And then we have to at times go, hey, listen, your principles are flawed. We have to change things. We got to go this way. But right now, I don't feel that I know people on the left that are Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
I know people on the left that are Marxists. You're at that point. You're either, and people that are slightly left want to be like, oh, come on, everybody on the right, come to the middle. Oh, perfect example. The best diagram I've ever seen is Elon Musk. Elon Musk drew a diagram. There was a gentleman standing on the right, and there was a person standing on the left. And there was somebody that the general public was standing dead center in the middle. And there's a little line underneath them. Here's where the center is.
Mm-hmm.
And then it showed like a 10-year period later, and the person on the right never moved. The person on the left went a little farther left, and that center had to come a little farther left.
Interesting.
And then that person in the middle never moves. Now, that 10-year period again, the person on the left is even farther away, and that center had to move farther over. Why do we have to keep shifting farther left, which we are, if you look at, that's what progressing, right?
Yeah.
But the people on the right and the people in the center, they stayed where they were. Now
they haven't changed.
The people on the right are more angry because we keep getting drugged farther. The extremes keep going farther and farther over. Where we were okay here, we were all center. Like you had yours, I had mine. Hey, we're going to agree. The general public fell somewhere in the middle, and we'd be okay with that. Heck, I've been in the middle on things.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm okay to say that.
Yeah.
But now
it's called compromise.
You've pushed the left so far, that center so far left. I'm done. I've met my.
So wait a
hit the
second.
bound.
So you're saying that they've moved.
Oh, for sure.
That for example, you haven't moved at all.
I have the same beliefs I've always had.
Yeah, same. Society has moved, not us. And because they've moved and we're so far removed from what it used to be, because they're the ones moving, we're now the radicals.
Correct. And when I saw that, I really didn't understand it until I watched someone explain it to me as they went down the diagram. And I'm like, wow, I really never thought of it like that. I'm like, I've always been against certain things. I've always been against this. I've always been against that. I'm always been pro, 2A. There's things you look at the Constitution. That's what we're here for. I was born in America. Yeah. I wasn't born in Russia. I wasn't born in any other country. I was born here in America. So I have a set of standards, a set of things that I fall under. That Constitution is what and the Bill of Rights and all that. That's what I fall under. Now, that is what is supposed to be the supreme law of the land. In God we trust, right? Okay, this is what we have to do. And then now they're like, well, hang on, we got to alter this a little bit. Now there are changes in life that we experience across, things. If you can't evolve, but just like business, if you're not growing, you're dying. So
correct.
You better be somewhere and growing. But do we call going to the point of 20 years ago, are you telling me that the people, when an election went wrong, we went down and started riots in Portland? No, people didn't do that.
They just dealt with it.
They just went, hey, listen, I don't agree with what went on. I'm going to have to change that. But 40 years ago, what we did was we started messing with elections so that you could get the outcome you wanted. And so now you're in a situation. And
the best way to force people, they want you thinking about politics all the time. For me, I've got church, I've got family, I've got business, I've got, politics over here. It has its own thing. But nowadays, politics has been sprinkled over every single thing that you have because they've made so many changes that affect all these areas of your life. You have to pay attention politically, and you have to take a stand somewhere politically. You have to. Why? Because it's no longer this thing on the side that it affects me, but it's not vital. Now, you lose family members, friends over political issues if you disagree. It used to be, my dad voted for Reagan, my mom voted for Carter. They had a big argument about it. But, Reagan ended up winning, and, that was the end of that. Nowadays, it's, you voted for Trump, or, you voted for Biden. You're one of those. All of a sudden, politics determines everything else in your life, when in fact, everything else in your life used to define how you defined yourself politically. Now, where you stand politically defines everything you are. And that's just wrong. And they've done this on purpose. And the way that they get you to focus on politics, which is what they want, because the more you're focused on politics, the more divided you're going to be. And they know it, is they screw with your economy. When they mess with your wallet, now you're really paying attention to why. And what's the reason your wallet is shrinking? It's always politics. It's always politics, because as politics goes, so does your wallet. And they want you paying close attention to politics because they know it's going to divide half the country. And that's their goal.
So when I was young, my parents didn't really discuss politics with us at all.
Yeah, same.
So when you look at the Constitution, it is our responsibility as an informed republic to be engaged in the politics.
Yeah.
Okay?
Agreed.
Because you can only fix problems when you're involved in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So our society has gone to the point of people that were like, I don't agree with you. You don't agree with me. We're just not going to talk about it no more. And I would say prior to me now, in the past, my parents are a prime example of it, didn't discuss it. It didn't come up. So you have generations of not discussing it.
Yeah.
So what did it do? It allowed people to take over it
Yeah.
and start to control it and move it in the direction they wanted to, because they knew you weren't going to discuss it. Mm-hmm. They knew you weren't going to say nothing about it. So you just remained silent. My dad used to always tell me, he's like, Josh, there's a silent majority. And it'll be okay. There's a silent majority. He used to always say that to me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I never really could understand it. Then 2020 hit. And I was like, this is nuts. This is out of control. And now my comment to him is, you know what, Dad? You're right. There is a silent majority. But they are just that, silent. Nothing gets fixed. They're not looking to do anything to improve anything because everyone remains silent. You have to be engaged in your public. You have to be engaged because you can't fix anything unless you are engaged.
Yeah, that may have worked back in his day, right? I've heard that said before, especially from the older folks. There is the silent majority, and you speak at the ballot box. Well, we're in such a social media age now and a media knowledge-based age now that if you don't speak, it's not recognized. And what you say out loud will affect what you do at the ballot box. And when only one side is talking, those people are listening to the people who are talking.
They are.
And they're going to vote according to probably what they hear from the people who are talking. They assume that the other people who are not talking either silently agree or don't care. But I'm convinced by what people say to me. When they're talking to me, I can learn.
Correct.
I can be aware of what's actually happening, and I can vote accordingly. And if only one side's doing that, what are my chances of voting for the silent majority? If I'm not hearing facts, if I'm not understanding, you have to understand all sides of this thing and then make an informed decision. But if nobody's talking, okay, all right, go ahead. Go ahead.
My question is to you.
Oh, you're asking
on
me.
I want to keep learning because I do appreciate you bring things up, and I hear you say things, then I'm like, how can you make an informed decision?
Yeah.
When you watch TV and every single news station plays and says the exact same thing. Do you think that's a mind control situation there? Like you take all the media, everybody out there, and people go, oh, ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC. You go through all the alphabet soup of the names of all the news broadcasts. Yeah. Only 5 people own all of them.
Is that right?
Yes.
And you've seen that video of all these different local news stations saying the exact same thing to the letter.
Yeah. So do you think you're getting the information you need? And then when I go out there
I don't.
And people say things, we go on with any conversation with people and you go, well, how do you know you're right? Well, anybody who says that something different than they are, I know I got to be right because you and I could never sit down again and have the exact same conversation with the exact same words ever again. Unless we sat down and watched this enough times that I remember everything the way it came out.
Yeah.
I mean,
or you had a script.
When I sit down and have a conversation with you, it's not the exact same words that come out every time because different things will come up, different conversation will come up. There's no way.
Yeah.
But when I can play 100 news channels and every single one of them says the same thing, the same words.
Something's afoot.
I got to be crazy, right? I'm the crazy one, obviously. No way. If you look at that and don't think you're crazy.
Come on, Josh.
There's no way. There's no way. Come on. So then you hear all those same news stations go, you need to make sure you're vaccinated. You need to make sure you're doing this you need to make sure you're doing that. I'm sorry. We go into deep conversation, the CIA, all kinds of ultraviolet stuff or whatever the heck they all are. They got
the jet streams. What about the jet streams?
Oh my goodness. Oh my
goodness. The jet streams that are
putting it on. I'm putting it on, dude. I can't.
The jet streams are releasing smoke with metal particles, and when we inhale them, Okay, I had somebody tell me this. When we inhale them, now that we've inhaled them for years, they're going to turn up the 5G phone signals, and we're all going to start getting sick, and they're going to decrease the population.
Got it.
Is that true?
Okay. So did you know that in Oregon law, there's actually a thing on the books in the state of Oregon that they can seed the clouds, and it's on the books as something they can do here in Oregon.
Shut up, dude.
It's like 118 or something. I forget the exact number. I'd have to get it for you. But I've actually looked it up. Look under the Oregon books. There's actually cloud seeding is something that they can do here in the state of Oregon, and it's part of our system.
What is cloud seeding?
So they go and they do little jet streams. They drop the particles out in the atmosphere to try and change. It's they have it written. Oh man, I hate it when I can't remember.
Is it for crop stuff? Or
they try to use it for something. I'm sure it's been in the books since like the 70s. But who knows when it started? I don't. I mean, you got to try stuff out, right? And then they're like, oh, it's no way, that can't be happening. Okay, so watch a plane fly by. Watch the jet stream just disappear within a mile and a half behind it. Then go and tell me how I can have planes fly by and the jet stream travels 3/4 across the sky, and it never goes anywhere.
So,
like you're telling me that
pilots have to be in on this whole thing.
Who said it's all the planes? Who says they're not?
I don't know.
Who says that it's not a certain? If they have it in the books here in Oregon, they obviously can pay somebody to do it, right?
Yeah, but I mean, the airline pilots for Southwest, wouldn't they have to know? That
I'm not saying that it's Southwest. I'm not saying that it's. Who's to say? We have more planes in the air than the ones that are just commercial airliners.
That's true.
Okay. And they're. I'm not. This is where I get into my. You can have the conversation if you want. That one, I honestly believe that it is happening now.
Yeah.
The effects and or the things that are going on with it. I think the weather control is something they've been talking about for a long time.
Yeah, weather control. But
okay,
do you think that's
the whole
main
5G
purpose?
thing? I think, and you can take any story and drag it out into all kinds of crazy stuff.
Sure.
I mean, we could go into the Jews control every single penny we all have in the entire world, and no one's ever going to be wealthy because it's all their fault or something. We can go into crazy. I mean, come on, we can go down any story. But I'm saying with that, I have sat there and you walk outside and you go, go out this summer. I live out in the woods, way out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
so
you sure do.
I got real clear skies where I live.
You got lots of time to think about this.
When you sit there in a chair and I got the mountains, I've got trees, everything. And when you look up in the sky and you're like, wow, look at all those jet streams. They're like all over. That was last year.
Yeah.
This year I don't see none. I'm like, But I got a friend of mine who lives in Texas. He's like, man, we got all these jet streams down there this year.
Yeah.
What's going on in Texas weather-wise down there right now? We got no rain. They're having extreme heat going on down there right now.
So you think they may be testing just to see how?
I don't think they're testing. I think they control it across the United States because you can't. How do you force climate change? Well, if you could control the weather in areas, you could make it seem that there's climate change happening.
That there's a crisis.
Now, since this place started, from the day the Earth was put into power and gone and set in motion, the climate's always been changing. That was a Joe Biden moment, whispering it. Always has been changing. The weather has always been changing here on the United States, in the globe.
Yeah,
it's always changing, constantly. You can go back. This is another. Here you go with that whole. Do I think there's 5G stuff involved? No, I'm going to say no.
Yeah,
I know people that are like, oh, they're making us breathe all these chemicals and stuff, and it may affect us that way. Who knows? I can't tell you. Oh. I know a climatologist. Actually, he's not a climatologist. He's a physicist, but he does climate stuff. Yeah. He comes to one of the events I go to once a month, and he gets up there and talks. And he talks about how much CO2 is in the air, and he explains all these things about CO2 and whatever. And they're trying to say, oh, listen, we need to limit our CO2. Okay, have you ever been to a farm like I guess here in Oregon, growing marijuana is a big one. When you grow it indoors, they put more CO2 in the air to increase the growth of the plant because the plant's dead. Okay, yeah. So how would too much CO2 be affecting the plants in a negative way? Because if you had too much CO2, dude, we'd have trees that are 500 feet tall. You'd have everything would be growing like crazy. I mean, there was more CO2 during the dinosaurs than there was now.
Yeah.
Okay, what did we have then? We had enough plant life to sustain huge animals on this globe.
Yeah, plants and animals, big ones.
Okay, so now we need to limit it. Does that make any sense to you? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I look at my mom's into nursery stuff, and I mean, we grow stuff at our house and whatnot, and plants, and it's like I've watched friends of mine who have, perfect example, go down to California. In California, where they grow tomatoes commercially, they inject CO2 into the greenhouses to increase production of them. You have to push the CO2 levels up to force the plant.
It's like
to grow more.
steroids to them.
Oh yeah, wasn't that what? Isn't that how they like photosynthesis? You know, it goes in, whoop, change. Out comes oxygen. Kind of how it works.
Yeah,
I think. I don't know. I'm not a biologist or any of those, but I kind of learned at a young age.
We got to keep doing this. This is good. This is good material. I got to run to see a tax person.
It's like, I got to go.
No.
Hang on. Give me another one. I need 2 more.
I got to go. I really got to go.
Oh, good Lord.
Like and subscribe to the Grip Podcast, and we will send you 1 free tinfoil hat. I'm not kidding you. Like and subscribe. Give me your address. I will send you a tinfoil hat in the mail, autographed by Josh Hawks. Sound good, Josh?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. We're going to get a bunch of subscribers. We're going to be here all day on a Saturday signing tinfoil hats. Anyway, get your tinfoil hat right here on the Grip Podcast, signed by Josh Hawks. See you guys next time. Good grief.